Real call with you. We. Come up, you know the dog. Right now, I was down with it. Very respectful. If you in the booth, you open the rules. Rules. Give me a number. Go. Is you with it? No, you baby. I'm in the roads and never lie. Roll out, roll out, roll out. We show out, go out. The crowd, I just with y'all. Myself, the crowd. Yo, my God, where my bed? My God, Mary. Oh, I heard they went beside me. From me. Roll out. Show out, rock out. They be paying for that out. We are. No. Damn, I got my arm. Hello. No, don't tell me is you with that. I just wanted to be nothing, baby. You with that, and I'ma take a ring to the Neverland. Do I am? Roll out. Put it up and we show out, drunk out, knock out, for the out. We are.
My wristwatch is like a brake light, and you can get it right on your gravesite. So tell me something I don't know. $50 pizza when I'm eating in Soho. I heard that you in love with the stuff in your head.
I'm living. I'm with.
I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones, lost a couple friends, and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind. Handle your business, handle your business. Loyal and honor, don't break no bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drive home, giving it. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drive home, giving the choco. They call a podcast Poppy. King goes, I see they trying to.
Back thought.
And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I. Chillax, chillax, chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Relax, 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 relax. Oh, relax. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drive home, gave me the choco.
Bet. Yeah, Mom. Bomb. Yeah, bomb. I'm coding. They don't know me. I would have vibe for myself because nobody had never me. Nobody me.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Oh, shit.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. A loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Muhammad, and not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, Cousins forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This will be fielded at the 17. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Flushed out right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Danielle Hunter able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers.
This fucking music shit going, bro.
75 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings heading out, and we'll have to see what the Falcons do this year, but we do know that the Vikings will not be the first team to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium because they had that shot last year, Charles. Came up short in the NFC title game, but this is a club that has retooled to make another run.
Still built defense first in the image of their head coach, Mike Zimmer. And they have all-stars at every level. Start with Linval Joseph at defensive tackle. Move back to Anthony Barr at linebacker. Xavier Rhodes at cornerback. Harrison Smith at safety. They can do it all on defense. But the signing of Kirk Cousins on offense at quarterback signals that this is a Vikings team that wants to open things up a little bit, get a little bit more explosive, and not have to play quite as many grinded-out games as they did in 2017.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Here's Breida. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And now out comes Minnesota. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Listen to me.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On 1st down, Murray. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Wide. One.
2nd down, Cousins. He'll find field and work in the middle. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
Hey, Clipper.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 30. 5. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. They'll toss it to Breida. And he's got some space here. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This is Breida. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
11.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
13. 6.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. But how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Oh, yeah. Risky.
It is so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On play action, Cousins rolling to him, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Eric Armstead in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Cousins now. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Lets it fly for Thielen. For Kirk Cousins, it's his first touchdown pass as a Minnesota Viking, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score defensively. How do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
The 49ers heading out, and if you listen real closely, you can hear it, the buzz right now that is around this 49er team. And look, they finished last year strong. Big reason why, Jimmy Garoppolo. So a lot of hope coming into 2018.
And I think you nailed everything that you're really talking about with this team, starting with Jimmy Garoppolo. But I think underneath it, I go back to the start of last season. Brand new head coach in Kyle Shanahan, brand new general manager, and a brand new direction. And they stayed the course despite starting the season with a long losing streak. Many people wondered if they would win a game, but they didn't panic, didn't rush out and get a lot of veterans for short-term help. Just said, this is our team. This is our structure. Let's go for it. And they kept doing that and finished the season with a 5-game winning streak led by, as you mentioned, Jimmy Garoppolo, and a lot of hope and optimism for the future.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And an alley to run. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
21.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Sheldon Richardson getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? To throw is Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get in this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Here's Sherrills. So a change of possession here on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Cousins now on 2nd down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Muhammad. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Let's go.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Bring the energy.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins to throw it. Going with a screen for Murray. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Oh, and now some space to operate. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out.
But I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Now Garoppolo throwing on second. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
3 yards. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Wide.
Cousins. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. To throw, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Garoppolo now. And Selleck here, left side. And he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. He got 29 yards that time.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
21.
They run with Breida. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And that will come the offense as they take over. A first update now from Cleveland. And the Steelers there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. On first down, Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
13.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the outside. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Airing it deep for Garcon. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
13.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Now it's Breida. Tackle made by Everson Griffin. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They run again with Breida. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go.
And they'll run it here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
11.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter getting him once again, his third sack of the afternoon. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long?
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over first and 10. Cousins now to throw on first down. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. So that throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
48
Cousins now. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 66 yards. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. Dancing to his left. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
11. 13.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 18 yards there and a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now Garoppolo. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Garoppolo now, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it's a 2nd down. This is Morris, and he stopped immediately there. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Niners on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. And Gold is able to put it through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. It's his 3rd field goal now with the ball game, and they've needed his leg. This last one gives him the lead.
It's been a back-and-forth kind of a game, hasn't it? Now you got to tell your defense, guys, need you to make this stand up because we got the momentum going in the right direction, but we need you to make sure we carry it home.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical. Spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open things up for your running backs.
Throw left side complete. It's Morgan. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Rhino, Rhino! The hot! Eddie! Rhino, Rhino!
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And Rudolph has it left side. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. Play fake. Cousins. He's got him in. Complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Cousins now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
First! Hey, Clipper!
Cousins now on 2nd down. And that is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. On third down, Cousins. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Solomon Thomas in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Matt Weil now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Garoppolo now, perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Go ahead.
Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Eluding the pressure right. And some space here. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the 1st down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He may try and run for this, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And Gold is able to put it through, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And now out comes Minnesota. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter will just...
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They'll run it now out of the gun. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Niners take over.
Fucking game be cheating, bro. They be cheating this whole fucking game, bro. They be working for your ass, bro. On God. Fucking cheating ass game, bro. I should have been blew your ass out.
Just salted away, right?
Fucking dumbass. Gonna make my man fumble across the game. Gonna make fucking Kirk Cousins overthrow that shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck this game. Fuck Madden. This shit's stupid. Oh, God, bro.
Security.
Absolutely. Stranger things have happened. Garoppolo's going to throw it. And look at this.
Oh, yeah, that.
They need it. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches,
I didn't run my oh, like, thought that was life, but this is not. I keep my soul tight because I can't run the ball.
And then at the end he kind of went,
Oh my fucking gosh!
Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. 21. And they'll try the run game here with the running back. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. week, this first game that we get to call together, so special. Every year, week one, you had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for San Francisco, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew,
That's awesome.
Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.